Iyanla Vanzant, transform your life through radical acceptance. Are you ready to take your life to the next level? Imagine if you could transform every aspect of your existence, from your relationships to your career, simply by embracing what is. That's exactly what Iyanla Vanzant teaches us in her book, Transform Your Life Through Radical Acceptance. Let me tell you this, folks, it's a game changer. You might be wondering, how can accepting everything change my life? Well, let's dive into this transformative journey together, shall we? Imagine you're sitting at home one day, feeling overwhelmed by all the things you need to do, all the people who are important to you, and all the problems that seem insurmountable. What if I told you that instead of fighting against these realities, you could find peace and power within them? That's the magic of radical acceptance. Here's something you should know: acceptance isn't about giving up or resigning yourself to a life you don't want. It's about acknowledging the present moment, no matter how difficult it may be, and choosing to live fully from there. In her book, Iyanla shares a profound story from her own life. She recounts how she once found herself in a toxic relationship, struggling to escape. Instead of trying to change the situation or run away, she decided to accept it for what it was, a painful yet necessary step towards healing. Here's the thing, though, she didn't stop there. She then chose to embrace her circumstances, use them as fuel for growth, and ultimately walk out of that relationship stronger and wiser. It's a testament to the power of radical acceptance. Now, imagine if you could apply this concept to your daily life. Picture yourself standing in front of a mirror, looking at your reflection. How often do you see yourself as you really are: flawed, imperfect, and wonderfully unique? When you look at your life, do you see the struggles and challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, or do you fight against them, feeling defeated? This is where radical acceptance comes in. One of the most impactful lessons Iyanla shares is the importance of self-compassion. We often beat ourselves up over our mistakes, our failures, and our perceived shortcomings. But what if we treated ourselves the way we would treat a friend who was going through a tough time? Would we criticize them harshly or offer support and understanding? The same principle applies to ourselves. Here's a real-life example. I remember a time when I failed a big exam. Instead of beating myself up, I chose to accept that failure as a learning opportunity. I reflected on what went wrong, learned from it, and moved forward. And guess what? I ended up doing better on subsequent exams because of it. Radical acceptance doesn't mean excusing bad behavior or ignoring problems, but rather treating yourself with the same kindness and compassion you would extend to others. Another crucial element of radical acceptance is forgiveness. Many of us hold grudges, harboring resentment towards people who have hurt us. But what if we forgave those individuals and chose to focus on moving forward? Iyanla speaks about her own journey of forgiving a person who had deeply hurt her. It was a challenging process, but in the end, it allowed her to release the pain and move on. Forgiveness isn't always easy, but it's incredibly liberating. Think about it. How much more peaceful and joyful would your life be if you forgave someone who wronged you years ago? Radical acceptance involves releasing the burden of holding onto past hurts and letting go of the need for retribution. Iyanla emphasizes that radical acceptance isn't just about accepting the present moment. It's also about making choices that align with your values and goals. Imagine if you were to make decisions based on what feels right for you, rather than what everyone else expects or pressures you to do. When you choose radical acceptance, you're choosing to align your actions with your deepest desires and beliefs. For instance, if you're passionate about helping others but feel trapped in a job that doesn't allow you to make a difference, radical acceptance might mean finding a new path that lets you fulfill your purpose. It's about being true to yourself and making choices that bring you closer to your dreams. Iyanla uses her own experiences to illustrate the power of radical acceptance. She tells stories of people who, through this practice, transformed their lives in unimaginable ways. One such story is about a woman who, after years of struggling with addiction, embraced her struggle as a means of personal growth. She accepted her past, acknowledged her current situation, and made conscious choices to overcome her addiction. Her journey is a testament to the belief that even the darkest corners of our lives can become sources of strength and resilience. In the realm of relationships, radical acceptance is vital. Imagine if you could truly accept your partner as they are, flaws and all. When you do, you create a foundation of trust and understanding. This acceptance leads to deeper connections and a stronger bond. In fact, Iyanla's work has helped many couples heal from past traumas and rebuild their relationships. They learn to accept each other's quirks, insecurities, and imperfections, which ultimately strengthens their relationship. As we wrap up this exploration of radical acceptance, let me ask you this. Are you ready to take the leap? Ready to embrace the present moment, forgive yourself and others, and make choices that align with your values? Remember, the first step towards transformation is acceptance. So, take a deep breath, acknowledge the present moment, and begin your journey towards a life of greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. Here's something you should know: it's never too late to start. Your life is waiting for you, and radical acceptance is the key to unlocking its full potential.